Hello, I am your psychological mentor, Park Seni. Today, I'll briefly share something impactful with you. People often say they want to change. I really want to change. I want to become a wonderful person completely different from who I am now. Someday I will change. I must be able to change, right? You might have these kinds of thoughts because that's a constructive way of thinking. But it seems that changing as a human isn't easy. When you look at people, they don't change easily. A certain trigger is needed. People change in various ways through some kind of significant and impactful trigger or catalyst. They don't change without one. Even after meeting countless people and applying it to my life, those triggers are almost always compressed into 3 distinct patterns in their personal and professional lives. Those 3 are, for instance, a tremendous life change when young. The same goes for when you get older, but there have been significant changes. You can always see these 3 triggers or patterns. The first is when someone contracts a terminal illness but survives. At this time, people change dramatically. When someone gets cancer or another incurable disease and then narrowly survives, they can have a different perspective on life. Just like the moment when death is remembered, realizing the finiteness of life, there are people who can change dramatically when they survive a terminal illness. The second is when they meet an exceptional teacher. I am also one of these cases. From a young age, I realized that great figures and extraordinary people have unique thoughts, and I kept repeating this to myself, striving until it was engraved in my subconscious. So, when you meet an exceptional teacher, a person can change dramatically. Lastly, the third is when you hit rock bottom in life. When you hit rock bottom in life, you go as far as you can go when things get serious, to the point where there's nowhere else to fall. But often people don't realize they've hit rock bottom. So not knowing they've hit bottom, they fall even further. They set a new low point. It's unfortunate. So, ultimately, only after hitting rock bottom, like a spring that's been compressed, and then suddenly bounces back, do people feel like they need to do something. When they feel they have nothing left to lose, that's when they finally take action, and those who seize that moment change. Everyone. These 3 things can indeed make a person change drastically, but the problem with all 3 is that they have something in common. They are not changes made from within oneself. It's not that a person changes by altering something from within themselves. Humans don't work that way. They are all given from the outside. All 3 of these elements are stimuli provided from the outside. Those who recognize external stimuli, only those who have at least the minimal wisdom to recognize these external stimuli can change. People who do not possess even that minimal wisdom cannot change. They continue living the same life. So, knowing that all 3 of these are given from the outside, if there are too many people who are struggling right now, then you shouldn't think you can change on your own. I said it's given from the outside, right? Don't wait until you get Google syndrome. Keep going until life hits back, right? Instead of leaving it be, you should find someone who has actually proven it and take them as your mentor, or at least read as many books written by such people as possible, and think about changing yourself. Only then will you change. Just thinking that you'll change over time on your own will never work. That's a misconception and foolishness. I hope that by watching this, many of you will find a proper opportunity to further develop yourselves. Alright, let's wrap it up here for today. I will continue to bring you better videos. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do so, and also like and set the notification bell. Always stay strong and consider a high level of focus and immersion as your life. See you again.